Hello friends, James Stevenson here, wishing you a happy Tesla earnings day, earnings release day. Earnings get released after the bell today, Wednesday, July 19th. If, as you're watching this, I'm recording it a day in advance. Hashtag day job problems. I can't make a very long video because I have to go to work. But this is also an episode of Breakfast with Loki, so I'll get Loki his breakfast and then I'll walk you through my Tesla forecast update. Here you go, buddy. There's your breakfast. Okay, we'll see if Loki is interested in his breakfast now, or if he would rather eat it later. And while he's deciding, you can keep an eye on him in the Loki cam here below me. I'll be over here sharing my desktop with you and showing you this thread that I put out. Now, this is the first time I've done this format, and I can't talk you through the whole thing because I don't have time to make a video that long. But go check out this forecast thread. In it, you will see my charts updated for the latest deliveries that we have. So in the charts that are just showing production or deliveries, I have actuals through Q2 2023. For any other kind of chart, we don't have the numbers yet. So Q2 is still my forecast in this thread. Here's another one showing just the S3, X, and Y videos. Normally I make a ton of videos about these charts, but this is more the minor forecast update of the quarter, not the major one, and I'm out of time to make more videos, so you just get this one. So the format that I've adopted for this one was long form for each tweet and then inserting charts as I go. So here's one for production and deliveries. You can see the wave continues with the red line above the dotted line here, showing that Tesla's inventory is growing, not by a huge amount, by a little bit. Here's the second tweet from the thread. This is the one that has the earnings number on it. Here it is. I'll skip right to the end, tell you it's $1.08. Now, do I have super high confidence that $1.08 will be the number Tesla reports? No. The first rule of forecasting is whatever you forecast, it will be wrong. And there's a wide disparity of beliefs about what the earnings number will be. You can see what it's been over the past couple of quarters. A lot of people are grouped in the 80 to 90 cent range. There's wild cards that could make it outside that range by a lot. Either way, if I'm being honest, right? So regulatory credits, one-time tax favorability from prior year losses. Move this camera to keep up with Loki here as he starts to chow down on his breakfast. What's the other one? Currency translation impact. You never know what that's going to be until Tesla reports it, right? So I've got a bunch of other tables that go through these, and I did a video yesterday that you can go check out just about these two tables, really, and walking down them one row at a time, which I don't have time to do right now. The third tweet in the thread, let me click on the Show More button here. It's kind of irritating that Twitter doesn't let you smoothly scan down a 9-tweet thread that has embedded graphics 4 per tweet. That would be better than this. Here's the EBITDA. You know why the EBITDA is going up in the long run. Tesla's going to sell more vehicles. They're going to get more efficient at selling them. And they're going to sell more full self-driving packages to more people at higher price points is my expectation. Here's the charts showing how Tesla makes and then spends its average dollar of revenue. Tesla Energy segment is going to grow faster than automotive does. Loki, did you eat all your breakfast? You did. Well, that makes you a good boy. Let me switch to the Loki's bed cam and give you a reward. Yes. Good boy, buddy. Yes. Okay, I'll move this camera back. And try and center this up a little bit better. There you go. Keep an eye on Loki while I continue the tour from my desktop. So that was tweet 3. We got a bunch more charts before this thread is over. Here's one for non-GAAP earnings per delivery. We've seen that pare back a little so far this year. I think Q2 is the bottom for automotive gross margins and for earnings per vehicle, and this will continue its steady ascent from here. Here we have production, deliveries, and beginning and ending inventory balance chart. Just showing you what ending the wave looks like graphically. Not really all that different from how it looked in years past, just the numbers got bigger because Tesla's producing so many more vehicles now. So as a percentage of production, the ending inventory isn't all that large, and the number of days in ending inventory, days of sales, is better than the average in the industry. A couple of charts here that are a little too complicated to go into. Average revenue per delivery versus automotive gross margin, excluding regulatory credits. Easy for me to say. Then another one that's excluding leased and regulatory credits. How much revenue per vehicle, how much cost per vehicle, and how many cash deliveries are on this chart. So go check these out if you want to ponder them at a more deliberate pace than the lightning quick pace I'm giving you right now. Non-GAAP earnings per share, so this has been increasing steadily for years. Took a little setback in Q1. I think that's going to get right back to where we saw in Q4 and continue upwards from there. The x-axis labels confuse people here because it's next 12 months, not previous 12 months like you would normally see. And this is the same chart except on a log scale. You can see the y-axis is doubling at every grid line, horizontal grid line labeled. The next chart's showing the FSD revenue growth that I'm expecting over time. So it's pretty low right now. We're in a tough market right now. Interest rates are high. Probably a lot of buyers aren't opting for FSD right now, but that ought to improve in the future. And as FSD gets better and more people figure out that it's a thing they could buy and do most of the driving for them safely, Tesla's going to sell more of that in the future, and they're going to roll it out to more places worldwide. Here's a fun little global deliveries chart. You can ask your favorite Tesla Q bear to fill in their forecast for Q3 and Q4 in this dashed box and see whether it fits or not with their narrative that the growth story is over. What else do we have here? We got some people's favorite chart, the revenue chart. That's a fun one. I'll be updating that, well, this afternoon as you watch the video, tomorrow afternoon as I'm recording. My Stevenson indicator chart, if you just want to know what that joke technical analysis chart is doing, you can see where the bear market began. You can see where the 52-week low was. What does Stevenson indicator tell you? Nothing. But there was a bull market during this period, and there was a bear market during this period. So draw from that whatever conclusions you will. Not financial advice. Do your own research for entertainment purposes only. Technical analysis is phrenology, etc. Here's one showing the PE ratio compression and range. That's a fun chart you can go check out. See what the PE ratios are doing on a 12 trailing month non-GAAP basis, which is not the way everybody looks at PE, so you may not recognize the numbers in that chart. That's how I did it for that chart. Here's one showing operating expenses, including research and development, and restructuring and other is the yellow. Only happens sometimes. Then in the next chart, I'll just click through here, we're showing only the SG&A portion of operating expenses. So you can see the green blocks here are when Elon was earning CEO stock compensation. He earned it all under his 10-year plan that began in 2018. So the board needs to come up with another compensation plan for Elon, otherwise he's working for free. I expect that to happen about this time next year, that he'll start earning progress towards performance milestones. Here's one showing you the breakdown of my EPS expectations. You can see on this chart $1.08 doesn't sound as crazy at this scale, right? So you're talking about nearly $8 worth of revenue per share. So the difference between $1.08 and 80 cents isn't an enormous difference from this perspective. You just need you need the numbers to work out. You have to get a little bit lucky for your EPS forecast to get anywhere close, due to all the wild cards that are so hard to predict when you do a forecast. Here's a chart showing Tesla quarterly megawatt hours of storage deployed from the energy storage division. The red block is just my forecast for the current quarter, being more than 4,000 megawatt hours or 4 gigawatt hours, roughly. Here's one for Tesla non-GAAP EPS over the years. So Tesla used to lose money or break even, and since then they've been making more and more and more money every year, and I expect Tesla to beat this number in 2023 by a fair margin. The last one here is the free cash flow and capital spending. I don't even have a forecast on here for these metrics, just showing you where we are on a chart that I had handy to go into this thread. Next, you've got the full income statement breakdown here. I'll just make that big for us to look at briefly. And then I really need to head to work. Hashtag day job problems. So yes, go check out this thread if you want to spend more time looking at stuff like production, deliveries, beginning and ending finished goods inventory. I've got last year's numbers here, as well as the actuals from Q1 and my forecast from there forward. Some deliveries breakdowns by model and production location, and totaled up by model here for global production. And at the bottom you can see revenue per delivery by model before foreign exchange translation impact, which I maddeningly have to break out separately in my detailed model. And finally, these charts. Did I show you these? No. Let's look at these. So cost of sales percents by type. Oh, did I show you these just now? Yeah, what was this one? Oh, revenue per delivery by type is here. And is that all I shared? That's all I shared. All right, so that's all you get for today's video. Say goodbye to Loki. And if you've enjoyed today's video, click the like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel already, why not go ahead and subscribe to my channel over here and click the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post fresh content. Thank you to everyone who supports me on Twitter or on Patreon or by joining my YouTube channel, as my executive producers, Kathy Kitchler and Rebellionaire.com did, earning them a shout out at the end of every video, and I'll see you in the next one.